buff. They'll be on the CT start here as well on their pick of nuke, and we'll have what looks like quite a fast round here with no grenades whatsoever. They're going straight in for the upper rush. Here we go, MSL to lead the charge. He was good on the pistol in the first map. Can he do it again? No.
Body starts it off, MSL down. You're right, he was good to start off the pistol round, but G2 continuing on where they left off. They have 16 rounds in a row. They're looking for 17. Body and Kenny S find shots, but Cajun finally steps up for North. The only round they won last time, pistol. This time they won't even get that. Starts off with G2 going 1-0.
1-0. Very basic approach there from the north side, fully rushing at the upper bomb site. 3 kills for Body, 2 for Kenny S. It was MSL leading the charge. He did say he was going to be good on Mirage Pistol. Couldn't really deliver the same sort of performance here in the second, well, the first round, I should say, as we go into the second round. Here's the replay of Cajuns. Nice frags, to be fair, but only gets 2 of them. It was a difficult situation for him, to say the least. Bomb goes down, the AKs will come out of the third. M4's here for G2. Couple of lesser weaponry as well. It's going to be MPK with the FAMAS and Apex with the MP9. He had one of the best games I've seen from him this year on Mirage. That was unbelievable.
Shots from far. Chunks makes good work of it. Apex inside of the main entrance, runs out of ammo on the MP9. Swaps to the pistol, and that allows Cajun B to get a kill, but it leaves him on 1 HP for Apex.
Bombs
Kenny
down.
will wrap around. Apparently, Kenny did the majority of the damage. I'm surprised as well. You point out something substantial, is that the bomb was down, but I would have thought Apex did most of the damage, didn't get the assist. Confused, but this will inject money into the wallets of North. And hope into the hearts of Danish fans everywhere.
Well, they've got plenty of money to work with here, so there is hope. 5 AK-47s. Could have got the AWP out if they really wanted to. Opting for more utility, of course. Would have been a weak buy of the AWP. I guess Cajun, no, he could have got armor as well. Definitely could have done. As you can see, $1,000 left over. Then we get FAMAS, and knowing that the AKs are definitely coming out, they try and adjust themselves with the M4s here. Round number 3, 2-0 in favour of G2 so far on their map pick. They just lost 16-1 North, that is. They'll get this first pick surely, though. Flashed out, though. Shoxy going for the trade, but doesn't get anything for him. Config in a very quiet first map. And this position, we haven't seen this ever used, really. We're starting to see it, glimmers of it time to time now.
Yeah, certainly not like that as well. Over top of the smoke,
smart,
that's a perfect counter for it.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Apex certainly knows the map well. So does G2. They're the team that seems to utilize it the most. Easy gets a shot back, takes down Apex, tapping away is Kenny from high, and Kenny gets 2, Body gets the other.
It was looking like it was a bit of chance there for North. They get the first pick. Config gets his first kill of the round, or game I should say. And we head towards upper. A split between main entrance, Squeaky Door and Hut. But the solid defense of G2 doesn't really get tested too much. 3 players surviving their Body. He's having a game, same as Kenny S as well. He's on 6-0. Both of those players yet to die. Deagles will come out. 4th stage loss bonus coming in after this round. That's if they don't win it. It's always a chance with the Danes and their deadly Deagles. Kenny S on the AWP. He won't be missing that shot. He's too fast as he takes down Config.
19 rounds in a row now for G2. Looking to make that 20. As Apex and Shox start things off well against pistols. Easy the last alive. Tough ask, if unfair. Keeps all 5 alive. The economy swelling already for G2. Go through a very electric grid. The previous round, the first gun round, came out on round 3.
Qualification, yeah. I was speaking to a lot of teams about this map recently, and they even say, like, even our main AWPers don't like running the AWP on the T side of nuke. It's another map like Inferno in that respect. Unless you get the opening pick, it can be very difficult to actually do anything with it once you get to like the mid-round status. But 4-0 and round number 5 here. A lot of utility deployed already, and this could be the upper execute. You can see a lot of players towards that lobby position. I don't think we've got many smokes at all outside, and that's something North usually do. They like to deploy their same smokes outside every single time. Sometimes sending MSL down towards Secret, sometimes 3 or 4 players joining him, and they have different variations of that. But that won't be happening this round at least, as AZ heads towards the ramp. Good nade to the face of Valda, and it's Apex who's going to get flashed in. Won't work out from there. A little bit clumsy at his entrance, and it should be around for the Danish side at this point, but Kenny S does find the headshot.
Xanakarkent? What? I'm confused.
It's probably his
the
team
client.
name.
Yeah, that is his team name because he left the game. So there is a lag out, and I think he was alive. But North about to pick up their first round. It would have been a 4 versus 2. MSL got rewarded money. Kenny's got it down to what is now 1 versus 3 as a result of it. Was he alive? I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch it because I was so confused by the name. Valda takes out Kenny, but yes, we're going to have to take a pause to sort this issue. Obviously, a client issue.
Oh, ready.
Sort. Oh, apparently ready.
So we're all good. You like to see that. Occasionally we get lucky.
MBK, by the way.
Okay.
So Valda starts off well. North get entrances, and that is the first round in 21 that North has picked up over the course of the series. Big's looking less confident than normal. A little quiet.
Yeah, hasn't shown us his best work today, has he? Confident.
Well, some of it, the smack talking part.
He was good at that.
I think actually it was Shocks. I lied. I don't know. Can't remember. But we're live, and no dispute. We'll sit to a 4-1 score line, and smokes down again. Shocks is the one towards Secret. No one boosted up on the secondary big garage this time.
Oh, I like this position from Shoxy. It's only looking good for 1 right now. I'd be so surprised they didn't trade this out.
Oh, he made noise. He does get 1, but it is an angle that they know he's there. He gets 2, so better than you would have thought.
Yeah, that's very good work, and Kenny S can't hit the shot. Surely Cajuns go back for this. He's got the AWP in hand, looking for anyone trading from the main entrance. Will become in that position. Definitely doesn't want to leave it or go any further than that. He's got the bomb in his back as his teammates go towards lower. 4-3 advantage, but still a strong chance for North to do something with this, considering they're getting down towards lower. AZ trying to stop rotations and watching the lobby as well for any flanking players. Apex positioned himself down towards the lower side. Gets himself in Toxic. That's actually quite an interesting position. Nice and early. They won't have heard him get there. It's a great place to deny the bomb. Like, a lot of teams do like to plant in the top left of the site in front of the Toxic room, so we'll follow that narrative and see whether Apex can do the job.
Trying to get anything he dare. BK will be at the ready toward ramp. Apex already inside of Toxic, so even if they walk in from decontamination, there's a greeting party. Apex is actually getting closer with the smoke down. He may slip out directly behind Cage. He doesn't have the angle right. He may have been better to spar off and go aggressive, but Kenny's got the vision required. Down goes Cajun. Good late lurk from AZ upstairs. He'll walk down the vents. That'll put him on the position near the bomb, but not near enough because Kenny's already got him covered. And another round for G2. Reset for North.
It is the reset, but the bomb goes down, so it's not devastating. Kenny has 3 kills in that round. It's Shoxy to open things up, though. I have no idea how he got away with 2 there. I guess it's an unexpected position. And after giving up the first kill, North did manage to at least get the bomb down there. Number 7. Smokes across the board. Another partial buy here for North. They could have bought this if they really wanted to. They had at least 3 AKs and then maybe UMPs or CZs, but it's still early days here. Just joining us to the second map of this final best of 3 of the day. 16-1 was the first score, and Mirage wasn't too pretty, I have to say, and it's looking like this could run down a similar vein.
Nade through and the vent gone. Kenny tries to fire into it with anticipation, but does not connect. Smoke down, Shocks late. So the pistols surpass pressure to get to lower as NBK tries to time the flash. Knew that AZ was inside of the vent. He was hoping to get a shot there first and realized late. Okay, that's your teammate, mate. Realized late that they were having pressure applied. AZ's so quick, he's fooled everyone, including his team. Down goes MSL, the man who did some damage to him, but it's Kenny that gets the shot, and that means he's close enough by. Cajun is going to try and hold off the ramp by being so close to the entrance. It's worked out because he finds 2 on the deagle, but a 3rd from the same side catches him off. It's Body that does so. Down to just AZ remaining.
Said that a lot this evening. He has been the last player alive in many instances to bomb down. They will all remain there on the floor as Body will get the final frag. Nice work. G2 struggling somewhat with the pistol frags going against them. Config can't really get into this game as of yet, this series. Truth be told. MSL. It's going to be a frustrating day in the office for him. He's normally spot on with his calls, but his terrorist half on Mirage isn't their map pick as well. Just got shut down by Apex mainly. He was an absolute monster. As we get into round number 8, the all comes application B. A little for AZ.
Missed shot from Kenny. Smoke getting a better angle. May have actually spotted one who did not fallen off the railing, but he continues back towards spawn instead. He'll leave Shocks to be the one up close, and they're going to wrap around to main. No, they're not. They're going to try and bypass it, perhaps. They should have. Apex finds them through the smoke, and they'll head toward Big Garage. A man down as a result. Or I shouldn't say that. A man less. Not a man down, because Apex has found a return. Shocks, however, still waiting toward the blue. Red crate on that side. Blue crate is able to find a quick kill in return. MBK flanks out AZ from ramp, and it's down to just Cajun once more. Now means 7-1. As I try to do math, 23-1. Only one round for North and all of that.
Yield any sort of result round number 8 at all. 1 kill. Signed by Config and Escation B with the AWP. 40 seconds remaining, and don't really have many options here, do you? Hoping they make a mistake. But it would have to be a massive blunder. Spots the barrel. Shoxy with the easy kill. And that's it. 7-1. We get into the next round where North don't really have the lost spenders to work with here. Take another eco. ED50s, armor potentially, maybe a couple of sets of body armor. It's not really worth it, all things considered. G2 looking very strong, plenty of residual cash here. This will only add to it. So PD50s, 3 of those, a couple of Glocks, no armor, no nades.
Top down to the door. If anyone dare push through aggressively. Another 7-1 scoreline. Body. Stares into a wall so as to avoid flashes. I should say. Held on high. Behind the yellow crate. Call from Apex that they're working their way in. He'll stay in the rafters. They know he's there, but Apex finds AZ. They've already made 2 into the vents. So they've gotten movement, and Apex, my goodness, he thinks there's no one else left in the doorway. Nearly gets caught out by Config, but saved in the end, and no play.
Oh, goodness gracious. Lead sweep once again for G2. It's not getting any better. 8-1 down on nuke. This is G2's pick, remember, as well. Here's a replay of a previous round. Shoxy's looking sharp tonight. He's had his criticism recently, but he's delivered the goods, I have to say. Single AWP setups are working out very well. I think Kenny S is undisputably the best AWPer on the CD side of nuke we have in the game. Like, no one else can make it work as well as he does, in my opinion.
You haven't seen me, Hank.
That's true. It's been a while.
Probably for the best you haven't seen me.
But yeah,
I know, I agree with you.
Kenny S, like the way he can like actually get past smokes and reposition himself and read it really well, like it's beautiful sometimes.
Very dynamic. Interestingly enough, one of the people early on I thought was going to be in the running for that title on this particular map was Cajun B. He used to be very dynamic.
Yeah. He's definitely decent on it. Like, it's just... He's one of those AWPers that never really turns heads. He just gets the job done, you know. It's just difficult to say, like, he's the best at this.
No, absolutely true. It just seemed this map he had an edge on people early on, but it's since kind of gone away. AZ gets one. Apex responds, but as they drop in, Volda and Cajun finally find openings that will allow a plant at upper. And from the ground, Config makes no mistake taking the head clean off of Kenny S. 8-2 looks likely as NBK tries to do what he can in terms of economic damage. Toggle your inner Jordan Nothing Gilbert and just spray down through the walls.
That is a classic clip, isn't it?
Quite literally toggle.
No comment.
Either way, the legend gone by.
4-1, finally a bit of luck there for North. Pretty decent finish there. There was a real chance it could have gone horribly wrong. We saw the AK drop down into the hub. Config will go down with MBK.
I thought he was going to go down just by virtue of falling and the bomb killing him, but...
Yeah, it could have got a bit spicy there. You saw the 3 players line up in hub. He only gets 1, but they definitely could have all dropped like flies. But the second round on the board, we do keep decent numbers up as well. 3, it's not amazing, but the bomb down, planted, and obviously going off. They managed to get out. The pause from G2. Okay. Maybe a change of stance now is working out. Okay, what if they figured out that's going correctly for them? Try and shut that down. The pause now. Chat. Smith's a chance to give some input. Money's still very strong though. They'll have like one more buy after this. That is not updated, it's live. Just so you know. We did save an AK for MBK, so he didn't have to invest too much. 13 kills for Kenny S, as I said, very, very strong on nuke. So 1 for 8, AZ 3 and 10. After having a good game on Mirage. I guess you can't have a good game in a 16-1. I don't know why I'm saying that. But he was the only one fragging.
He was the only one fragging. Easy goes toward the ramp this time. Molotov deployed. Incendiary, I suppose, Hank. If I'm frank. Kenny this time will watch the ramp position. Kenny ready as well. Turnpike back for more, but Config this time gets the headshot on the AK.
Went for the repeat there, got punished for it. Didn't have to necessarily try that. Obviously feeling it today. He's had a very good performance so far, but body, that's not too bad at all. KGB walks into his crosshair, and they will commit towards the upper side right now. But that's a nice gap, but body can't connect the shot. Config with his second, bomb to be planted in the 3 versus 2 situation. Flashbangs coming from Shoxy, but not committing. He's feeling it could be towards lower. As that missed Molotov isn't too disastrous. It still lands above it, so that's fine. Doesn't land on his teammate's feet.
Shox, I think, is actually going to go all the way around to lobby. So he's trying to find an alternate approach. A flank play. Folda goes aggressive and makes it work. Takes down NBK as well as Apex. Both with headshots, fast reactions, and Shox, before he could even get in position on the flank, is suddenly alone. Goes in. Did he not see MSL?
Must have done.
He was standing in the open, but now it's Shox surely to go down as a result of it. North find yet another round.
That was sick by Valda. Like, no way he gets 2 there. That was really, really crisp. Like, the spray control, like, didn't even stop shooting there. Just connected the 4th bullet. Unbelievable. Well, we might have a game on our hands now. It seems like North slowly but surely getting themselves back into this series. Decimated on the first map, but 8-3. Still not fully recovered. They need to start winning a few rounds in a row before I start believing at this point. Round number 12. This is more standard North setups. So the same smokes outside. Cajun B to try and get the first pick, if it's available. And they'll sometimes send MSL there by himself, like I mentioned, or they'll go, what looks like will be happening at this point, sending 3 or 4 players down towards Secret. Shoxy can't do anything about this. He won't be in Secret this time. He'll actually be in the garage. Suddenly they make their way down. No gaps in the smokes. Kenny S won't find them. Well, the MVK's there, just shoulder peeking to deploy the smoke. There he goes, spots one, and now delays them. They're kind of stuck in there now. Their smokes would have gone down in the yard area. MBK, his job is to try and get 1 and stay alive. Won't have to go for anything too fancy here. Good incendiary just to buy him a bit more time, but they've already gone in front of him. They're going for a little stack here, the totem pole, and MBK's ready for it.
One immediately back up. Config holds his ground, though. He won't back down. Apex, while peeking, was actually spotted by Cajun, who tries to line up the op for a repeak, but he swings wide of the op, takes down all 3 on the FAMAS. Henry's approved.
That's amazing. The FAMAS has been lighting it up this evening. Good lord. Completely shut down. Apex has been playing out of his mind tonight. That was really, really well done. He knew as well by the final frag. It was Cajun with the AWP, and unless he hits a stunning shot, he's got it. Second shot, nailed it. Well
Just so
played,
happens
Apex.
it's apparently Nothing's birthday today as well.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jordan.
Happy birthday, Jordan.
That was
What is
so
he,
well played.
39, 40 this year?
32, I believe.
32, okay.
Apex finds his 12th frag. Stunning fashion as well. That's the money. Oh, dealt with again. Got it. 2K. Cajun B, less than that. I have to take a pause here. Apex. I'll use the pause as well just to deliver a bit of passion. The high fives come out. Smiths again, former player. Now coach. They've gone for the force by Matthew. Hold on to your seats.
I'd rather just sit on mine.
Now hold on to it. They might fly away.
I'm doing. Ooh, Mary Poppins. Molotov toward the huts.
Oh, not that flash.
Easy, trying to go through it, but it doesn't work. MBK, he sprays down toward the doorway. He won't get toward the vent, excuse me, not the hut itself. Apex actually gets down there first. So if they want to continue pushing to that position, they're going to have a rather stern and rude awakening, or are they? Because backup Cajun surely spotted the gun barrel, did he?
He did, but he knows the smoke was still there, couldn't fully commit. So now finds himself in a bit of a difficult spot. Apex falls to safety. He's cleared the lower. It's free of terrorists, and so is Up, as MBK takes down Cajun, 5 on 3. This was a force buy, remember. This is not like a little partial buy, they are all in. So this will be catastrophic to give this one up.
Shot straight down. Apex makes true on it as well, but MSL still makes an opening. It's a 1 versus 3. That's not going to be enough. 10-3 the score. G2 still controls on the CT side. Quick swig and then back to accepting reality. As G2 getting ever closer to becoming our second team through to Saturday along with SK.
Looking very likely, if you don't mind me saying.
You know, I do mind just because it's anticlimactic, but I won't call you a liar.
Yeah, it's another full eco now. 11-3 will be the scoreline eventually. They'll have to try and get 11-4, which the way they're playing right now doesn't feel like enough. Rushing outside. One Deagle in the hand of AZ. Obviously, having a little bit of fun here with the M4. It's got one so far. Ooh, taking some damage. He needs to be careful. Kenny S coming to save the day though. Bomb dropped. And we'll find yet another kill. Valda doing a good job. 2 versus 1. This isn't over. Gets that frag as well. Kenny S didn't have the challenge that at all by himself. Wow. And now this was the full eco, remember. Just one Deagle and a PT-50, I think it was. We'll have a look. It's Body watching the main entrance. I'm not sure if he can see the bomb. I'm not actually aware of as to where it is because you lose the minimap here. But Body is in the perfect spot right now. All the things work out for him. Apparently not. Valda with a lovely shot there. Well played. Fight as an ace.
He got the ace in that round, and 3 of them in the mid-round especially were sensational, walking out from behind the crate. So he steps up huge in a post-plant position to get 2 kills on entry. He gets an ace in that particular round, round 14. That's 2 of North's 4 rounds on the back of Valda. Sits at 11 and 10, a positive ratio. Double op set up NBK and Kenny S. Smoke's already being set at outside. A slow setup for G2. Molotov, incendiary, whatever. Thrown toward radio. He's at the EWP does MBK to watch to make sure if they push through, he's ready. Somehow AZ finds the first kill, but MBK still manages to respond. They're going to actually decide to leave that op alone and go back toward lobby for the time being.
Can't go for those wall bangs towards lobby, but opts not to. Equal situation, fires off a shot there. Might have been the player that came through.
Still waiting to see. He'll spot anyone. In fact, backs off. Timing, as always, does not favor, but it's still Body on the ground. Another FAMAS doing good work. Surprisingly, there was not a lot of money for G2 to buy into multiple weaponry. They still managed to prevail, and they'll go 11-4.
Well, they win the full eco, managing to get himself a nice buy towards the end there, but unable to really do anything with that round. It's MBK bringing out the double AWP for the first time. Gets the shot at ramp, funnels him towards the upper area, and it's Body with the FAMAS doing a very good job. He's one of my favorite anchors within Counter-Strike. I think he's never known to get the massive highlight clips, but he always just does a decent job getting 1 or 2 kills. That'll be 11-4 overall for the G2 side. Potentially the final half of the evening here. If they win the pistol, that should be it. They'll win the T side now. We saw a very basic approach from North in their T-side pistol, rushing up our 5 players, got wrecked for it. Like, it's not as powerful as it used to be. Like, when the Tech 9 was available with run and gun, that's when it made sense, because you could do a lot of damage long range while running. And with the Glock, it's not as powerful. So we'll go towards ramp.
Down inside the vent, Volda stares back upwards, waiting for someone to join him. Anyone at all. Sox will at least get through the open doorway, but no further commitment. MSL could find on MEK. Config. The advantage given to North. He has to back off. Volda gets found by Shox coming back up to join into the party, and Shox was certainly ready for it. Dink indeed. Config's on 2 HP as Cajun tries to be a menace, getting in behind them. Pesters where he can, but he's found, so is AZ, and we go 12-4 for G2. Bonnie wants the extra money. He'll get it, just barely.
Good work by G2. Pretty basic approach. Two-pronged attack, one on ramp, just trying to show some presence there. Went in towards upper as a group. A couple of trades coming in, but then overwhelming the rotations of North, and it all have to be the full commitment. Oh, the SMGs though, why did they do this to me? Not the MAC-10s, not on nuke. We've had this on Pro League a few times, and it hasn't really worked out for them. This could be more beneficial though, rushing towards the ramp from this Cajun. He goes wild, which he cannot. It'll be G2 looking comfortable here. Oh, Apex, that's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Crisis averted.
Yep, well, closes down on everyone. Crisis averted. Houston, we no longer have a problem. That's the famous quote.
Yeah, we no longer have a problem.
We've dealt with it.
Sadiekiss has been removed from the building.
Thank God.
Duel lead. MBK having some fun.
Dualies. Dualies. MAC-10s and Dualies.
Yeah, what a buy this is.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pub stomp. Look at the stack toward ramp. I thought this was just going to be a toilet bowl where they were just rushing around each other.
Well, that's frustrating for North. Well, maybe they'll rush ramp again. Nope, they've just fully rushed up. Slanted, yeah, but the Molotov towards ladder will buy them some time. KennyS probably only gets one here, running out of ammo. Down he drops, but it's not really like they can do much with the MAC-10. That's the beauty of this buy. It's all part of the plan. If someone dies, it doesn't matter.
Beauty and the Beast. Deagle for Shox now pulled out. Got a little bit of damage early, as Volda's likely nearby. Looks toward the lockers. Oh, okay. Trying to go for a knife, are we, Volda? Not to be. We're getting closer to the end of a very fast 2-0 series for G2. North will get ready to buy and purchase weapons where they can. They are more than likely going to have to play tomorrow for their tournament life against Astralis as well. 14-4. M4s across the board for North. Nade out the squeaky door. Volda gets in position. Good find body. He just walks in and rips his head clean off. MSL does get body back. Missed a few shots, but the damage was there for MBK to clean it up.
This feels like it's over already. This is
Watch
the bonus
bang.
round.
Yep.
Oh, God. No scope in the vents. It's one of the easier ones to hit, but still, you feel like KennyS does it every single time. 2 versus 1, no kits, flashbangs, and isolated from main entrance. It's down to AZ to really make any sort of impact here. His teammate might just have to save at this point. Sure, it's 14-4, but I think you have to maybe just concede this one. Cajun B knows it. He falls back, and oh, man, it's 15-5 now. Upper rush, and that's what you do on the bonus rounds. And you know they force ball across the board in the second round. You just get in there. They won't have the incendiaries. They won't have kits. You get that bomb down quickly with some trades. They probably don't win the round. And this is looking very likely to be 2-0.
Easy trying to save towards spawn, but 15-4 G2 have map series and playoff point. (16-1) in the first game is 16-4 looking likely in this game. Matter of going through the motions at this point in time, I think. It's too bad Config doesn't like the taste of baguette because he gets served a lot of it tonight.
He's taking the whole thing.
In one gulp. One sitting.
Well, like you said, potentially the last round here. If not, even if it's close, E2 got plenty of money. North certainly do not. Round 3. Well. Slow and default. They've got the Kenny S orb, probably exploring what he can find. Apex opens the door. No damage inflicted just yet. That's the utility we have available for the CT side, starting to be deployed now. 1 smoke remaining. Best of 3 series. Could be one of the quickest of the year.
Certainly could be. This round's certainly not going to be one of the quickest rounds of the year, but they'll take their time.
All 5.
Yeah, that's interesting. Config is well removed with so many smokes in his way at Big Garage, but Valda becomes the one they need to step up.
They've only got 4 rounds on the board, and one of which was an eco ace clutch from Valda. So, that doesn't really look too good. Even when you've got that going for you, you still can't get more than 4.
Well, if he's had form, it's time to show more of it. Can't get the headshot immediately. He wants to fall back. Does he fake? Yes, he does. Fake the door at decontamination, but no buying that as MBK will fire the Molotov down his direction. Goes back into the site, and that means they're already in control by the time and gamble he took in faking. He's left with no options. It is indeed over. MBK, 2 kills quickly in the vents, backside of them, and Config. Time to fall on the sword, my friend. Flash down, jump in, fire at MBK, who stands still. You do get 1, that's fair. Fake that you're going toward the vent.
Got the kill.
Let's see some razzle-dazzle. As he opens the door and Apex swings out to take him down. 16-4, 5 rounds total for North in the entire series, and G2 walk their way into the playoffs. Even Dash is happy.
Who?
Don't worry about it.